PPVJ, please
Yes.
enable me to share screen.
Yeah, yes.
No, enable me to share my screen.
Why to maybe sharing band kar. You can do it now.
Okay, let me try again. Okay, thank you.
Hello, VJ.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lakers meeting. My name is Rotary, and you are?
Ram Sai.
President, you are muted. Kindly unmute.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name. Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can everyone please? I'm unmuted. Okay. My name is Gohem Doseyua. I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi, Lakeside, in Nigeria, District 9125. It is a pleasure to meet most of you today, who I think half of the people in the room today, we are just getting to know each other. So it is indeed an honor to have you fellowship with the Lakers today. You're all welcome. So Rotarian VJ, can you please give us the four-way test?
Yes. The four-way test, my friends. Thank you, President. Rotarians and friends, the four-way test. Of all the things we think, say or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? The four-way test, my President. Thank you.
Thank you, PPVJ. Maezi Jumoke.
Yes, my president. Yes, I can hear you, my president.
Please do us the honor of reading the object of Rotary. Thank you.
All right, my Rotarian president, the objects of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity to service, Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. My Rotarian President of Rotary. Thank you very much.
President, you are muted. Kindly unmute.
I think the president is off. Is she here? Okay.
Thank you, yeah, I'm back. My network is fluctuating. I'm back. Thank you, my AG, for the object of Rotary. I'd like to use this opportunity to welcome all of you once again. I see Dr. Sam Hancock in the house, IPP George, RT Pradeep Kendanat, the Rotarian President of Accra Tesano, Kishawa Nana Emmanuel, Rotarian Olive, President Suresh, PAG Mo, and Rotarian Gopi. It is lovely to have you with us. So without further ado, we'll get right to the business of the day. Today we have Dr. Gayatri Kewalramani, who is going to speak to us about COVID vaccines and all we need to know. Recently, the world over, we started receiving our COVID vaccines, and there are a lot of myths, rumors being spread about this vaccine. A lot of scientists have written stuff about COVID vaccines. Today, we'll be hearing from a medical doctor. Please give me 1 minute to retrieve her short bio, her brief. She is a medical doctor specialized in microbiology, and she has a postgraduate diploma in clinical research. She works in a multinational company in pharmacovigilance department and has experience of working in that industry for over 20 years. It is an honor and pleasure to introduce you to you today, Dr. Gayatri Kewalramani. Dr. Gayatri, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, President, for the introduction, and I would like to thank everybody for giving me this opportunity today to talk on COVID vaccines. Let me share my screen first. Am I audible? Clearly?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I will be today touching upon briefly on what are the important facts about COVID vaccine which we all should know. And as we know today, as of today, we have so many patients infected. We have seen so many deaths. Now there is a almost second wave in almost entire country. We have seen that in European countries. Now it is there in India. So there is a dire need of this vaccine. So there are certain myths and facts about the vaccines. People say that it is not safe to take vaccine because usually when any pharma company discovers any vaccine, And when till it comes to market, it takes almost 2 to 3 years. But this vaccine we got almost in 8 to 10 months, or even lesser than that. So there is a fear in people's mind whether it is really safe to take a vaccine or not. So I will touch upon the little bit on the safety of this vaccine also. What are the benefits of taking COVID-19 vaccine? The main benefit is prevention from getting COVID-19 infection. Now, if we take vaccine, it is not like we will not get infected. There is there are chances of infection even after taking both the doses or a complete course of vaccine. But the disease which will happen will be very mild. We have seen 0% death rate in the people who have taken vaccination and got infected after vaccination. And this has also reduced overall 85% reduction in the hospitalization globally. We will prevent COVID-19 virus. See, if more and more people get vaccinated, we are going to develop herd immunity. So even if 80% of the people across the globe are getting vaccinated and getting protected against infection, they will not spread the virus, and hence this will contribute to the herd immunity. Also, by taking vaccination, we will prevent virus from spreading and replicating, and then this will also prevent from different mutates which will come up in the viruses. So and as we all know that with these mutations, there is increased resistance to the drugs and also to the vaccines. So to prevent that, it is very important to take vaccines. Now, this, I'm sure everybody knows this, that which vaccines are now available globally. Some of the common vaccines which are available are listed here. It's Pfizer, Moderna, Covishield, Sputnik, COVID-19 vaccine of J&J, then Sinovac and Sinopharm from China, and Covaxin, which is manufactured in India. So these vaccines are nothing but either they are developed from the entire virus, which has been inactivated by adding some chemicals and killing that virus, so that when the vaccine is injected in the body, it will not cause any kind of infection. Or it is some part of the virus, like say RNA of the virus or spike proteins of the virus, which are converted into the vaccine. Say, for example, if you look at Covishield, here I can explain how the vaccine acts. So this is example of Covishield vaccine, that is Oxford vaccine. So here what they have done, they have used viral vector. Now what is viral vector? So they have used here adenovirus from chimpanzee. Now this virus is modified in such a way that it will not cause any infection when introduced in human body. And with gene sequencing and coding, they have introduced spike protein, which is present. If you see here on the right side, there is a virus, and these are the spike proteins which are present on the viral body. So these spike proteins are introduced into this virus. So this is our complete vaccine, which when inoculated or when injected in a human, so what does this spike protein does? It goes and infects all the cells in the body. Infects in the sense it will not cause any kind of symptoms or any kind of infection. But these spike proteins will be present in the cells, and this will activate our immune system to produce antibodies against it. And these antibodies will remain in our body. So whenever in future, if there is any infection with the same virus, these antibodies are already there to fight with the virus. Now you will say, then if antibodies are there, then why infection occurs? So see, infection, viral antibodies are there in our body after vaccination. But if virus infecting us, if the virus load is very high, and our antibodies are not able to combat that virus, so there will be some kind of signs and symptoms seen, but it will not be very severe or serious. what is an emergency use authorization? So we know that all these vaccines which are available in market as of today, none of the vaccine is fully approved by any of the regulatory authorities. They are made available to the public under emergency use authorization. This means that it is continuously monitored, and it is under control of the regulatory authorities, that who all will receive how many doses are prepared, what are the side effects. They are still monitoring the side effects. So what is this emergency use authorization? This decision is made basically on the scientific evidence of the efficacy of the vaccine, and the benefits of the product outweigh the potential risk of the product. So the benefits are more than the risk. Then only we get emergency use authorization approval from the regulatory authorities. So still close monitoring of the safety data is ongoing for all the vaccines. Hence it is controlled, there is controlled delivery of this vaccine. Now global allocation, this global allocation varies with different country scenario. For example, I will give you example of India, where there are two vaccines which are available, that is Covishield and Covaxin. Both are manufactured in India, but it was first given to health workers and frontliners, and I'm sure this is across the globe. And then it was given to the high-risk individuals and the senior citizens. And now we are giving to 45 plus age group. So this way it is staggered so that the manufacturing is going on simultaneously, and it is being available to these group of populations. Who is eligible for taking this vaccination? It is 18 years of age and older. And for Pfizer, it is 16 years age or older, and rest of the vaccines is 18 years or older. There are no other contraindication as such to the vaccines other than allergic reaction. If somebody gets allergic reaction to previous dose of the vaccine, or if patient is allergic, or if a subject is allergic to the has allergic reaction to any of the ingredient of the vaccine. So that's why when you go for vaccination, they always ask you, do you have any kind of allergy? So if any person is having allergy to any of the ingredients which are used for preparation of vaccines, then this vaccine is contraindicated for that person. Otherwise, there are no as such any contraindications. However, there are certain warnings which are there in the label other than contraindications. We must be aware now in Europe for some time back, or still in some countries, in some member states, Covishield is banned or suspended because there is a risk of developing blood clots to that vaccine in certain individuals. So European Medical Agency, which is a regulatory authority regulating taking care of pharmacovigilance in Europe, so they have come up with guidance last week only, saying that this risk is only for a certain group of people who have low platelets or who have prior history of any clotting disorder. Otherwise, it is safe in other individuals. So now I suppose it will be, this ban will be taken off, and even Europe will start using Covishield. But still it is banned in certain member states of European countries. So here, I want to say that these are the warnings which are there on the labels of these vaccines. However, there are no set contraindications as such to these vaccines, any of these vaccines which are there in market as of today. So what are the possible side effects? So now in childhood also we have taken all kinds of vaccines, and even children develop side effects. So these are similar side effects like pain, redness, swelling, where the shot was given, that is injection site reaction. Then fever, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, chills. So these are not very serious severe side effects and they usually subside in a day or two. Now it takes typically 2 weeks for a fully vaccinated to develop protection or develop the antibodies which can protect the individual from the virus. So if I say that I have taken first dose of vaccine and after taking a first dose of vaccine after 1 week, I got infected with COVID. So at that time, your protection is hardly 20 to 30%. And even after second dose, the protection is hardly 30 to 40%. But proper protection, when they say that vaccine is efficacious, and even in clinical trials, when they have defined the efficacy of the vaccine, it is only after 2 to 3 weeks of second dose. So what are the precautions in various conditions? So people who have history of allergies should avoid taking these vaccinations. Who have history of anaphylaxis, that is any immediate hypersensitivity reaction to the vaccine in past, they should avoid taking vaccine, or it should be taken under close supervision of healthcare professional. Pregnancy and breastfeeding, there is not much data available because this group has not been taken care in the clinical trials. But still, in some countries, they are giving this vaccine even to the pregnant females who are at high risk of developing the infection. Until now, no side effects serious side effects have been reported in pregnant females and the newborns. In case of immunosuppression also, you can give vaccination, but the antibody response will be very, very low in such individuals. So they have to take precautions under the infection. People who are on blood thinners or people who are having any other comorbidities should always consult their treating physician, because they need to stop blood thinners at least a week or 2 weeks prior to vaccination, depending on which type of drug they are taking. And also patients who are undergoing any surgery or bone marrow transplant, they also have certain defined periods. Say, for example, if there is a bone marrow transplant, you should avoid taking vaccination at least 4 weeks after and prior to bone marrow transplant. So all these points we should always take care of. If we have diabetes, hypertension, which is uncontrolled, it is always better to consult the treating doctor before taking vaccination. So what are we still learning? So right now, we don't know for how long this immunity lasts. We don't know as if we will need a third dose of vaccination or another booster dose of vaccination, whether after 1 year, 8 months, 9 months. That data is not there. We have no information that if you're vaccinated and get infection and if you don't have any symptoms, whether you will still spread the disease. So that also we don't. So all these points where there is a question mark, these are taken into consideration now along with the vaccination. So the data has continuously been monitored, especially the safety data, by the regulatory authorities and the manufacturing companies. So there is a lot we still need to know. So the takeaway message is, it is need of the hour that we should take this vaccination, complete the vaccination dose, and after taking vaccination, we need to still wear masks, follow social distancing, and need to protect ourselves and our dear ones. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Gayatri, for this concise and articulate presentation on COVID-19 vaccines. The room is now open for questions and answers, and also comments. Let's start with questions for Dr. Gayatri. Please raise your hand if you have a question and would. Okay. Dixit. Yeah, I'm unmuting you. I've asked you to please unmute.
Hello. Hello, can I ask question?
Yes,
Am I audible?
Go ahead.
yes.
Yeah. What is the, as far as India is concerned, what is the main difference between Covishield and Covaxin?
So
In the both,
Covishield and Covaxin are there is different in the manufacturing itself. Like as I mentioned, Covaxin is an inactivated whole virus, and Covishield is the spike protein which is introduced into the chimpanzee adenovirus, which is inactivated. So the mechanism of action of the vaccine is different. And with respect to side effects, there is no difference. However, they say that in elderly people who have tendency or who are immunosuppressant on immunosuppressants or any other drugs, it is always better to give them Covishield as compared to Covaxin. Basically, this is because of their manufacturing, the parts of the virus which has been used to prepare that vaccine. Otherwise, it is the same side effects. Efficacy is also almost same in both the vaccines.
but if I took the first dose of Covishield, I should have to take second dose after 4 weeks or 6 weeks, the same injection, same.
Yes, same injection. Yeah, that is thumb rule that whatever first
Yeah.
dose you are taking, you are not supposed to take because this can cause severe side effects.
My second question is why the coronavirus is not harmful. We have not seen till date below the age of 18 or 17 in the younger age.
See, in younger age also, if you see initially, the first strain of coronavirus which came when the pandemic started, there was no infection seen in that age group. But now with mutations, now with the second wave, which you can see in India, even that age group is infected. You can see infections in people and children age of 14 to 16 years also. But it is not very virulent in this age group because they have very strong immune system. There are no comorbidities seen in this age group. So that is why you will not see much symptoms. Most of the times they are asymptomatic or they will have mild symptoms of cough or cold or very mild fever. So it is because of their age and strong immune system.
Can a dialysis treatment taking patient can take the vaccine? Yes.
So as I mentioned earlier, it is not contraindicated in any of the comorbidities. The healthcare professional has to look the benefits and the risk with respect to his or her patient and assess whether with these comorbidities it is safe to give vaccine or not. So there is no contraindication. Even in cancer patients, I've seen in cancer patients, they have taken 2 doses with no side effects at all. Patients with diabetes and even CKD, that is chronic kidney disease, they all have taken vaccination. But there are no side effects seen in that age group and with those comorbidities as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Roger and Santosh.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. Good evening. This is Santosh here. I'd like to know about the Covaxin. First dose and the second dose should be second dose should be on 28th day or 28th day or 29th day. Right.
So see, 1 or 2 days doesn't make a big difference. Ideally, as per the label, as per the prescribing information, it should be taken on the 28th day itself. But even if you take it on 29th or 30th day, it doesn't matter. 1 or 2 days doesn't make a difference. But it should not be less, not 26, 27.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, whether the dose or that whatever that configuration of that vaccine is same or any change is done, like about the quantity or like it is more
No,
or
same
less?
dose is given, same dose.
Same dose is given.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And first, like for the first vaccine, there was no reaction. So we can expect that for even for the second dose, there won't be any reaction.
That is not like every time it will happen. See, usually with the second dose, many people, the incidence of reactogenicity is high because already your immune system has produced certain antibodies due to first dose. And when second dose, again, the same antigen is exposed. So the reaction is higher as compared to the first one. But again, even if you get some side effects, it will be very, very mild.
Okay.
And can be treated. It will subside in a day or two. Sometimes you may need to take simple paracetamol or a crocin
Yeah, for the
tablet.
first dose, there was no any symptom except for the pain in the like
at
arm.
the injection site.
Was given, at the injection site.
Yeah, that is very common. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
What is the dose? What is the dose of the injection? Half cc, 1 cc?
So that I am not aware now. Just the dose. I can find out and let you know.
Okay.
Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Yeah.
Kedarnath Gorpade, on 14th of March, I took Covaxin. And after that, I was detected with COVID on 23rd. And after that, I was hospitalized for about 9 days. Now I am in the home quarantine. As per the NNMC, I have to follow 14 days. I was discharged on 4th of April. So the duration totally comes to something like 34 days. And in between, I have to go for my second dosage. Is it right to go for the dosage with proper information, or how do I do it?
So when there is an infection after first dose, so after any COVID-19 infection, we should always avoid to take vaccination for 2 to 3 weeks because there are already antibodies, and if you take vaccination, there will be higher reactogenicity to it. So we need to avoid at least for 2 to 3 weeks after you complete your treatment. Suppose today you got infection, in 14 days you completed your treatment, you need to wait for at least 2 to 3 weeks more to take second dose of vaccine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Sam Hancock from Washington, D.C. It's great being here. Good to see so many people from India and the African continent, and a very nice presentation. What have we learned now that we have hundreds of millions of people vaccinated around the globe with the various types of vaccinations, different manufacturers, that we should keep in mind for the future, because there'll be something out here that's going to be bigger and more virulent than what we even have today. This always happens. So what do you think may be 2 or 3 best practices that we all should do to keep ourselves, safe? And this may not mean having to wear a mask for the next, 5 decades and these kinds of things. What small things can we be doing that will keep us safe? And thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you. As we know that, as I mentioned, that currently we don't know how long the efficacy of these vaccines will last. We don't have any answer to that. Currently, whatever vaccines are available in market, their efficacy is at par. They have same side effects. But still, we are seeing quite a few patients, quite a few people who are getting infected even after the second dose of vaccine, especially the healthcare workers who are working in hospital or frontliners who are continuously exposed to this virus. So as of today, the best practice is still to have that discipline of wearing masks, maintaining social distances, distancing and avoiding crowded places and social gatherings. Though as per CDC, the CDC says that after you're vaccinated, you have taken 2 doses of vaccination, you can meet people, but still you should be sure that that kind of gatherings and the crowds where you're going, there is no risk of infection. Like it is your close family members who are all vaccinated, or it is the crowd who know there are no COVID patients in that crowd. So still CDC, as per CDC, they say that you need to follow these practices because we are not sure about the efficacy of the vaccine and how long it is going to last. And one more additional point, that virus is continuously mutating. So as of today, we don't know that these vaccines which are available in market, whether they are really effective against all the strains which are there of the virus. So it turns down to that you have to remain safe and wear your mask and maintain social distancing.
Very complete answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do we have more questions? Okay, I have one. So the symptoms that we get after we receive the COVID vaccine, is it best to run its course, or is it okay to take treatment for it? For example, vitamin C or paracetamol, or just basically treating the symptoms. Is it wise?
Yes. So if you are getting any symptoms, say like running nose or just mild headache, it is better to take paracetamol if there is headache or a fever, so that it should not increase in the intensity. So it is safe to take paracetamol. We should avoid taking any other NSAIDs or any other painkillers other than paracetamol, because those painkillers can react with vaccine. There are few cases having reported painkillers reacting with the vaccines which are there currently in market. But paracetamol is very safe. You can take up to 2 or 3 paracetamol tablets in a day, and it will subside in a day or 2.
Okay. Is there also advice to take natural sources of vitamins like, fruits?
Vitamin and fruits in today's world with COVID, we need to have complete vitamin D3 should be in a proper range. Vitamin B12 should be in a proper range. We need to take vitamin C and eat a lot of fruits and salads and leafy vegetables, with which we get most of our vitamins and minerals, because that will boost our immunity.
All right. Thank you. So
my President, I have a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
Good evening, all. My name is Obase Kende from Rotary Club of Abuja, Kubwa. My question is, say for instance, my first dose was AstraZeneca vaccine, and if during my second dose AstraZeneca is not available, is it advisable to take maybe say the Johnson & Johnson or
no
as a second dose?
No. This is like a contraindication. Whichever vaccine you're taking as a first dose, your second dose needs to be the same vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You cannot take any other vaccine.
Okay. DJ and Mike. DJ and Mike, your hand was raised earlier. DJ and Mike, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
His hand was raised. Hello?
You hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, what would you advise people with underlying conditions? They are getting mixed kind of information. There are people discouraging those with underlying conditions to go for vaccination, and there are some, and the main narrative is that they should go. So what would you advise such people? Some of them are failing to go.
Yes, if you have any underlying conditions, you are not supposed to discuss with any other people. You should speak to your treating physician. He is the best person, he or she is the best person to decide whether it is safe for you to take vaccine or not. Even that physician can also advise you like what type of vaccine will be safe for you. So I repeat again, there are no contraindications to take vaccination with underlying diseases, but you need to take or you need to consult your physician before taking vaccination, because physician might change your current medications or decrease the dose or increase the dose depending on the condition you have. But there is no contraindication, and it is safe to take vaccine with underlying condition if the condition is controlled.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. There are some questions in the chat room, and somehow I'm unable to access my chat. I think network is messing with it a bit. TPVJ, can you please help me look at the chat room, read out the questions? I'm having difficulty doing it here.
Yeah, thank you, President. There is a question from PK Acharya, PAG. I think he can directly ask, unmute and ask himself. He's left. Actually, he left. He had put a question whether we can take cold beverages between first and second dose.
So there is no such contraindication to take any cold beverages between first and second dose. I don't think there is any problem with taking it.
I think we have two other raised hands, and we can take up, President. Modu, can you unmute and please ask your question, please?
Hello, everyone. Good evening to all Rotarians friends, and thank you so much, Dr. Gary, for this beautiful presentation. I'm particularly excited. Mine is not a question, mine is a request, and I'd like to ask for my president's permission to make this request. Can we have Dr. Gary's presentation like in PDF format or something? So those of us who need to re-educate those around us. I'm a health worker, I'm a nurse by profession. I also do a lot of health education. And my table is full with a lot of questions. And for the first time, I have answers to questions suddenly popping up in meeting tonight. So I'd like to ask, is there a way, if you don't mind, ma'am, I get the presentation maybe in PDF, and we'll learn more as we go over it again. Thank you. That's my request.
That should not be a problem.
We will circulate it. There's a question. A few physicians advise to test immunoglobulin test in prior to vaccination. Is it required?
So it is not mandatory to do that testing, but if your physician has asked, there must be some reason to it. So as I mentioned earlier also, whatever your physician is asking before and after vaccination, do follow that, because there might be some reason why they want to know that antibody test is needed or not. See, in general also, many people on their own just go and do antibody test just to see whether they have developed antibodies against the virus after taking vaccination. But if physician has asked to do so, there might be some reason for it. So whatever he has asked, please do it.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Actually, that question I only asked this.
Sorry?
Yeah, PKG, we have taken up your question. I think the president has, there's some network issue with her. We may have to wait for a minute. He's just trying to get back in. Balchandra ji, you have a question in the meantime. You can unmute and ask.
One of my friends' father is having blood pressure and diabetes also, and he was advised to take the CRP test, protein in the blood.
Protein. Yeah.
What is that CRP and why it was asked by the physician?
So why, again, I can't answer that question, but there could be the reason that there might be some kind of infection or inflammation what must have been noticed by the physician. That's why he or she must have asked to do that CRP test. So CRP test is nothing to, but it will let you know whether there is some kind of inflammation or any kind of active heart disease or any kind of active infection or inflammation going on in the body. So if CRP is very high, it is not advisable to take vaccine.
Okay, what is the CRP? What is the long form of CRP?
It is C-reactive protein.
C-reactive.
So which C-reactive protein, which increases in any kind of acute heart disease or any kind of active infection or inflammation in the body.
There is one question which has asked whether the second dose is advisable after 4 weeks or 6 weeks.
See, you have to follow the label of the vaccine. If you are taking, for example, Covaxin needs to be given at the first, and then second dose will be on after 28 days or on 28th day. If you're taking Pfizer, the gap is of 3 weeks. If you're taking Moderna, gap is of 4 weeks. But with Covishield, there is with the recent studies, what they have found that the efficacy of the vaccine is more if you're taking second dose between 6 to 8 weeks. So only with AstraZeneca vaccine, it is advisable to take second dose between 6 to 8 weeks because there is a better efficacy. Rest all vaccines are as per, like as I told you, Pfizer in 3 weeks, Moderna and Covaxin in 4 weeks. So we need to follow that schedule.
Madam, one thing. Hello, Doctor Madam. Actually, that there are few cases been found that most of the person who are already vaccinated for first and second dose, they again affected with COVID. Around it is 20% cases we found. Why, madam?
Yes, so see, efficacy of the vaccine is not 100%. So if you're taking 2 doses of vaccine, it's not 100% efficacious. The efficacy is close to 70 to 80%. So still there are chances of 20 to 30% that person can get infected with the virus. However, the severity will be very, very less. There won't be any hospitalization or there will be very mild symptoms. So it's not 100% efficacious.
No, those persons already tested for COVID negative earlier, when prior to giving the dose. Those persons, I'm telling you about the all the from Barampur, I think from my hometown, around 5 to 10 Rotarians affected like this way. So that means they already their COVID, they go for test. No, the test show that negative. After shown the negative test only, they have gone for the first and second dose. Even after second dose, after 15 days of second dose, they have been affected and hospitalized in for COVID case.
See, there are, yes, talking about photo here in Mumbai, we see many cases, many people who go for vaccination and get exposed to virus, and after second dose, within 4 to 5 days of second dose, they show symptoms and they tested positive, even if they were their test was negative earlier. So it is very common. See, if you are going for vaccination today and you're taking that vaccination, but you are exposed to the virus at the same time. So you don't have 100% immunity, and immunity, this what I'm talking about, 80% and 70% efficacy. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam, tell me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So what we talk about this 70%, 80% or 90% efficacy is seen only after 2 to 3 weeks of second dose. So
Yeah.
if within that period between second dose and to complete immune response which will develop, there are chances that person can get infected. And even after full immunity, when we say after 3 weeks, there is 70% efficacy of the vaccine, there are always 30% chances to get infection.
Those persons who are affected, they are having the comorbid case earlier. They have any comorbid case. They're not the general person. They have the comorbid case. Those persons.
Anybody can get infected.
Yeah, they have the diabetes and BP, hypertension. So many infections are there with them. Those persons. Not
So
they're
with
not the normal
comorbidities,
persons.
actually your immunity is also slightly on the lower side. So the amount of antibodies which are produced, they may not be enough to protect from the infection.
So what are the alternative, madam? After vaccination, how to increase the immunity again?
No. Again, you have to keep yourself protected. There is no other alternative.
Because already government prescribed only for 2 vaccine, 2 dose only, not not third or fourth dose. So this is so that's the case, because there is no medication for the particular treatment we invented.
Yeah, because see, we don't know anything how long that immunity will last. Even if we say that it is 90% efficacy, so that 90% efficacy will remain 90% for 2 months, 3 months, or 1 year. There is no data on that. So current vaccine trials which are going on, they are collecting data up to 1 year. So when that 1 year data will be available, then we will get a better picture that how long that immunity lasts and when we will need our booster dose.
So, madam, a small query again. After taking the first dose, so how many days we have to take a rest in the home at least to not go outside? Is there mandatory that we have to stay for at least 1 week or 10 days in the home? Is it required?
No. There is no. Only if you get any symptoms like fever or headache or any other symptoms, that 1 or 2 days you take rest. Otherwise, it is not a mandate. It's not a mandate that you need to take rest after taking vaccine.
The president is back, and
thank you, madam.
I hand over back to the president to continue proceedings.
I think we'll round it up questions now. Thank you very much, Dr. Gayatri. It was an honor to have you speak to us on this very sensitive topic right now. We've learned so much from your presentation today, and we hope that it's a guide for us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
for your time.
Thank you. Thanks to you. Thank you.
So today we have exciting news. The Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi, Lakeside will be inducting an honorary member to add to our already existing number of 38 active members. We already have 2 honorary members before now, so inducting a third one will make them 3. So maybe let me just briefly highlight what Rotary International describes an honorary member. So an honorary membership is used to recognize people who have distinguished themselves by meritorious service and embody Rotary's ideal, or those considered friends of Rotary for their support of Rotary causes. And an honorary member can be a member of another club, but cannot be an active member of another club. So today, the Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi, Lakeside wishes to induct, or is going to induct past President Dr Kewalramani as an honorary member. As you all know, I'm sure all of us, or most of us in this room today, know him, either in person or you met him during the course of this COVID-19. We'll be interacting with him online. He's passionate, he's a very passionate Rotarian, very passionate about Rotary causes, passionate about connecting Rotarians, passionate about service projects. And the board and directors of the Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi, Lakeside deemed it fit that he be made an honorary member of our club. So I'll have our secretary, Rotarian Adebanke Abiola Idowu, introduce our honorary member in a short while. Rotarian Adebanke, are you with us? Rotarian Adebanke? I think she's having trouble with her network. Rotarian George Hemba, can you please introduce PPVJ Kewalramani to the house?
Good evening, my president, fellow Rotarians, friends and guests. We will be introducing this evening PPVJ. His short autobiography will be read now. Rotarian PPVJ Narawan Kewalramani is a chartered accountant by profession. In practice for the last 25 years. He's also an educated person, which can be seen by his educational qualification, which goes as under BCom, LLB, LLM, FCA, MBA, CAM Australia, Diploma IFR UK. He has also obtained certification in forensic accounting. He is practicing in the field of direct tax appeals and fraud investigation, apart from the routine practice of chartered accountancy. He has also delivered lectures and presented papers, various professional and other forums, including Rotary clubs, on the wide range of topics like fraud investigation, limited liability partnership, cyber crimes, budget, black money, income tax, to name but a few. He has also been training government auditors through the Indian Audit and Accounts Board on topics like risk management and fraud detection. He had been invited to train the government supreme auditors from Afghanistan on fraud detection. He also authored a book published by All Indian Federation of Tax Practitioners, Western Zone, titled Limited Liability Partnership Simplified Through Frequently Asked Questions. He has also written various articles in various professional magazines on limited liability partnership. CAVJ was introduced to Rotary at the tender age of 11 when his father, late Shri Naran Raj Harkisinten Kewalramani, who had been his ideal and mentor, joined as a chartered member of the Rotary Club of Thames East. He then went on to become one of the most successful presidents in his year in 1985-1986 Rotary year. His mother, St. Umadev Narayan Kewalramani, is also a past president of Inner Wheel Club of Thane East. CAVJ himself was the charter president of Rotary Club of Bombay, Ulad East in 1990-1991 Rotaract year, where he successfully led a new club to heights. Rotary has been built in his DNA, which can also be seen from the fact that he has undertaken his CA training under the guidance of late PDG Jagadish Khanna, who has and also have been a dedicated Rotarian. CFBJ joined Rotary Club of Thames Premium in January 2015 and was adjudged Best New Rotarian of the Rotary Club in the very year of induction. He was also awarded the Best Rotarian Award. He was also awarded the Best Rotarian Award of his club in the subsequent year, 2015-2016. He was the Honorable Secretary of Rotary Club of Thames Premium in the year 2016, 2017, and then he joined the club now known as Rotary Club of Thames Royals, as honorary secretary, president-elect for the year 2017-2018. And he has been the president for the year 2018-2019. He has been instrumental in helping revive the clubs. He has completed the Rotary Leadership Institute RLI graduation and is a trained faculty. Since joining Rotary in January 2015, he has visited over 35 clubs across the length and breadth of the country from Jammu. He has since joined, he has since joined the January 2015, since joining Rotary in January 2015, he has visited over 35 clubs across the length and breadth of the country from Jammu to the north, to Kania Kamuri in the south, and from Calcutta in the east to Vadakora in the west. During the pandemic period, since April 2020, he has attended over 180 online meetings of over 30 clubs in over 15 countries across the globe. He has friends across Rotary world in India, Nepal, Ghana, Nigeria, UK, Pakistan, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, USA, Canada, Liberia, Israel, Indonesia, Brazil, Chile, Spain, Zambia, Liberia, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Singapore, Sierra Leone, and more, to name but a few, which can be made out from the fact that he has been inducted as a honorary member of Rotary Club of Thema Meridian, Rotary International District 9102, Ghana. He has also made a global coordinator. He's also been made a global coordinator for a global grant project initiated jointly by several clubs in Nigeria. He also has been invited to be the founding member of the Rotary Action Group on Menstrual Health under formation by the women in Rotary International Groups. He has also been invited by various clubs in India and overseas to address on topics relating to Rotary Foundation, networking opportunities in Rotary, and various other Rotary-related topics. CABJ is a multiple Paul Harris Fellow and also a Paul Harris Society member. His late father was also a Paul Harris Fellow. His wife, Dr. Gayatri, and son, Saurabh, are also Paul Harris Fellows. He was a district chair for the Rotary Foundation 3 during 2016 to 2017 in the newly formed District 3142, Avenue Co-Chair, the Rotary Foundation. 2, in 2019-2020 Rotary year, and is currently the Avenue Co-Coordinator District Trust, Area 1 for 2020-2021, and has also been nominated as the District Treasurer for 2022-2023 Rotary year in Rotary International District 3142. He is ably supported by his better half, Dr. Gayatri, who is MD Microbiology and MPhil, and is working as an associate director in a multinational company. And his son, Rob, is studying and aspires to be a CA like his father. That's a chartered accountant. His hobbies are traveling, networking, socializing, and reading. He is also involved in various professions and associations at various levels. President of Tax Friends for 2016-2018 and 2018 to 2020. President of Tax Practitioners Association Firms for 2018 to 2020. National Executive Committee member of All Indian Federation of Tax Practitioners, a national body of tax practitioners. Steer Committee members of ICMA Australia, India chapter. President of American Institute of Singhulage, India chapter. All to name but a few. With this brief introduction, I present to you PP Chartered Accountant Vijay Narayan Kewalramani. My president, I presented to you the brief citation of PP Vijay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IPP George Hember, for this introduction. Going right ahead, the Rotary Club of Abuja Jabi Lakeside, the president, board of directors, and members of this great club welcome you, past President Vijay Kewalramani, to our club of 38 active members and 2 honorary members, with you being the third, making us a club of 41 members. Welcome to our honorable club, sir.
Thank you, President. It is my pleasure to be part of your club, and it is my honor that your board has selected me to be a honorary member on your club. I thank you once again from the bottom of my heart, and definitely would give my level best and all I can to support the club and make it grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would like past President Ibrahim Mahmoud of the Rotary Club of Abuja Jabi Lakeside, who is here with us. Today is also his birthday. So please officially welcome PP Vijay Kewalramani to our club. PP Ibrahim.
Yeah, good evening, Club President. You are highly welcome to Jabi Lakeside. I will appreciate you being an honorary member. Thank you so much, sir. You are welcome.
My pleasure.
We have other members in house, Rotarian Carol Mora, Rotarian Debanke Abiola Idowu, Rotarian, sorry, I'm trying to go through the list. Rotarians from District 9125, AG Jumoke, AG Obas, please welcome. You can all unmute and welcome our honorary member. Quickly.
You're welcome. You're welcome, PP Vijay.
Thanks, AG.
This beautiful club that you have been inducted into as an honorary member. I'm a bit jealous because I'm your friend, and you should have asked to join my own club, but not to mind, since I'm the AG of Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi, Lakeside is also my club. So you're very, very much welcome. We appreciate you for all you've been doing, your passion towards Rotary, encouraging everyone to do better as Rotarians. We appreciate everything and the person you are. Once again, we welcome you. God bless you.
Thank you. As you will see in the chat room, while PPVJ's biography or profile was being read, a lot of people were sending in comments and chats congratulating him and saying all the good work he has done. I can comfortably say that 75 or even 80% of the people in this room today I know because of PPVJ. Although I was introduced to him by my very good friend who I met last half year, IPP George Hemba. So I want to also recognize IPP George because he introduced me to PPVJ, who has also been very instrumental to our club and many other Rotarians that he in turn have introduced me to. So a big thank you to PPVJ and everyone here. It has been a pleasure knowing you so far. Thank you.
Madam President, can I say something?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'd like to say something to PPVJ and IPP George. I think this is a wonderful occasion. I keep saying the now and the future of Rotary is in Africa, Asia, and these many active and growing societies. And I think you're bringing much energy, many new ideas and ways of doing things to Rotary International, both in the United States, Western Europe, and other countries that have been in Rotary for. Our club is 106 years old, so we've been around a long time. But I think we have much to learn, much to share. And PPVJ, you've been a real warrior out there spreading the information and good news about Rotary. And I think all of us are honored to know you, but we're humbled by the work that you're doing. And then IPP George from the Abuja Ministers Hill, it's always good to see you. You're doing great work, and thank you for your leadership within Abuja itself. And Madam President, to your club, I'm glad I had the opportunity to be here with you today. And obviously, if you have 41 members now, you're growing and you have a very solid club. So congratulations on your leadership and reaching out to other countries and letting us come and be a part of your program. And thank you again.
Thank you very much, sir. When I joined Rotary, I was told I had 1.2 million friends. COVID made it possible for me to reach out to some of this 1.2 million friends, and I'm really grateful for that. You know, talking to them in person or via chats or in meetings. For each Rotary meeting I attend in another country or in another club, I make 1 or 2 new friends, and that's really something. Being the president this year. Thank you. Thank you. Do you have more comments, more goodwill wishes for PPVJ? Willing to talk? Okay. So congratulations PPVJ and welcome to the Leaders Club.
Thank you, President. Thank you.
SAA. For those of us in Nigeria, we know it's time for our contributions.
It's gone very quiet.
President, you are muted. I request the past president to take over the session. I think there's some network issue with the president.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. I was talking with my phone muted. Sorry. Okay. It's time for SAA. That's contributions towards causes and projects. So I'll place the account. I'll place the account number in the chat box, so we can all receive it from there. Thank you. IPP George Hemba.
Yes, my president.
Yes, please go ahead.
I wanted to congratulate you, Madam President, your board and your club for the great initiative in inducting PPVJ into your club. I also want to congratulate PPVJ. I call him my big brother for being fully inducted into the Rotary Club of Jabi Lakeside, and by extension, District 9125. Congratulations, PPVJ, and we look forward to seeing more of the great things you are going to also do through the Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi Lakeside. Thank you.
Thank you very much, IPP George. So, there are so many clubs in here today. I cannot even begin to mention. I'm sure there are more than 15 or 20 clubs fellowshipping with us today. Please note that your time and your being here is very much appreciated. Again and again, you are welcome to our meeting. So we'll be rounding up shortly, but I'm trying to get the account number pasted in the chat room so that contributions for charity can commence. So please bear with me. I will be rounding up in about 5 minutes. Thank you. While I'm doing that, the congratulatory messages can please continue. If you have anything to say, please. So we have an account number pasted in the chat room. We then have introduction of visiting Rotarians while SAA is going on. Please, if you'd like to introduce yourself, if this is your first time fellowshipping with us, please go ahead.
AG Mo, you can introduce, you can start introducing.
Thank you so much, and congratulations. Again, as I said in the chat, you're a gentleman and a scholar. It's greetings, as I said in my message, from the Rotary Club of London. It's so nice to see so many different clubs here, and it's such a joy to be there for VJ and see him become a member, honorary member of the Rotary Club. and a real asset to Rotary worldwide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, PAG Mo.
President Sanjana, you can introduce yourself. Kindly unmute.
It's really a pleasure to be in this Rotary Club today, and what an honor for PP Vijay Kewalramani ji, and you deserve it a lot. And I've been introduced to these clubs through you only, and congratulations, keep up the good work and motivate us to be a part of this big association, and so we can contribute to this world. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. President Catherine, you can unmute and speak, please. Introduce yourself. President Catherine.
TP Lovina.
Good evening, my Rotarian President and fellow Rotarians. It's my first time fellowshipping with your club, but it was actually Vijay that invited me. So Vijay, I'm glad to be here to witness your induction. Congratulations once again. I am of the Rotary Club of Abuja, Kubwa. Thank you.
President Catherine from Rotary Club Sonde, you can introduce yourself. President Philip.
Hello, thank you, PPVJ. I think it's an honor that the Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi, Lakeside inducted you today. I'm really proud. This shows that clubs around the world are really appreciating your good work, and I hope that you'll continue to extend your support to the club. And I believe that through your effort, all of us will continue to network and get to know each other and support each other and the Rotary family. Congratulations once again, and we are all proud of you. And here from the Meridian, we want to warmly congratulate you and say we are proud of you.
Thank you. RP Nutt, you can introduce yourself. President Nutt from Accra, Tessan. Anybody from Rotary Club of Sonde can introduce the team. Emmanuel, Doreen. There are around 8
Hello,
members.
good evening. Good
Yeah,
evening.
Doreen.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Rotarians and guests. My name is Doreen Sakwa from the Rotary Club of Sonde. We are very glad to fellowship with you this evening. The team from Sonde that has been here included our charter president, Catherine Barasa Asakenyi, and it included also Rotarian Monique, Rotarian Jane Egao, Rotarian Robert Ochen, Rotarian Jennifer Namukwaya, Rotarian Emmanuel Mwaka, and of course not forgetting DJ and Mike Sebalu, who is also part of us. Thank you.
President, all yours. Yeah.
All right, we're rounding up now. I'll take the toast to all Rotary clubs here present today. I cannot mention each of you by name, but know that the Lakers love all of you. To all Rotary clubs here present, all written, and to all visiting Rotarians. To our guests, if there are any in the house, we're happy to have you, and we look forward to having you come back in fellowship with us again, and hopefully become a Rotarian in the nearest future. To our guests, to Rotary International and Rotarians the world over, the only organization that unites us in friendship and service, we are all proud to be part and parcel of this organization that is doing great work in the world. To Rotary International and Rotarians the world over, to our country, Nigeria, we have no other country than this evergreen country that we are all trying to push forward for a greater country. To our country, Nigeria, The pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. This meeting is hereby adjourned. So next week, Tuesday, a physical meeting, same time. Thank you all for joining today. The